Chris, and this is Tim with Powerup Apparel, and we're here to talk to you about the process of going from a t-shirt idea to a final t-shirt. The design we're talking about today is Knifey Spoony, which comes from an episode of The Simpsons back in 1995. We started with that idea, Knifey Spoony, and then we had to figure out the hook. What do we want to do with that? We decided, rather than just using the words, let's pretend that Knifey Spoony is an actual sport played in bars throughout Australia. We said, let's make a shirt based on that sport, maybe a tournament from it sometime. That's where we started with the idea, and now Tim is going to talk to where we start with the design.
Like any good design, it starts with pen and paper, so we just kind of sit around and doodling it here. Here are a few examples that we had. We weren't quite sure what we were going for a background, but we both knew that we wanted to start with like a kind of like a guild crest of the sport. Here we have a couple of different versions of it, one with an Australian continent in the background, one with the kind of the circle that we went with. So we weren't quite sure what we were going for, but there's a couple of designs there. Then once we knew where we were going, we put it in Illustrator into vector art form, and this is the preliminary draft that I came up with. Here again, it very closely resembles the shirt, if you want to hold that up, Chris. Basic same design, but it's still quite different. We opted to go with both the circle text and also the background, if you can see the watermark of the Australian continent, with a two-tone, maybe three-tone kind of coloring and very bold strokes on there. I was going for more of a Simpsons feel, but we decided that maybe the cartoony feel wasn't the best option to go with here. And if you look at the next draft here, very similar to the shirt. Still has kind of a cartoony feel to it with the knife and the spoon. Still has that kind of a stroke around the knife there to kind of define it. Kind of simple shapes going on. We had originally gone with this, and we're going to go with this, but we felt just something wasn't quite right. We needed a little bit more. So we decided to bump up the graphics considerably. The look and the feel of the spoon and the knife to more realistic silhouettes. And we actually took a picture of a spoon and took several pictures of knives and assembled our own to make it look really realistic. And even then we weren't quite satisfied with it. We decided to put a little texture on it to make it look like kind of like a worn, old kind of thing. This is from 1995 after all. So we put a texture on it to make it look like a worn t-shirt, and the final product is right there.
That same design, we figured out the design, we talked through some different colors for the shirt and for the design itself, and this is what we came up with. The Knifey Spoony shirt, from idea to hook to original design to final t-shirt.